A well-being economy for me is almost like a tautology, because to me that's what the economy should be doing. It should be delivering well-being, and in theory that's what economics should be doing as well. It should be teaching us, it should be allowing us to understand how to be well. And somewhere along the line, things went wrong. We created an economics that was fixed too much on the means rather than the end. We created an economics that thought more was always better. And the reality is that's never been the case. Even with something basic like food, which is a legitimate thing for the economy to deliver, the fact of the matter is that you need a certain amount of food to be well. And then beyond a certain point, if you just keep eating, expecting to be better and better and better, actually you become worse. So this non-linear relationship between materials and well-being is what went wrong in the conventional economics. We just thought more and more is better and better, without looking at actually the food stuff, the materials, the housing, the clothes, the bling, the technology were all just means to an end, and the end is well-being. It's our well-being. So for me, the well-being economy is going back to the start, going back to basics and saying, actually, this is what the economy should be delivering. It should be delivering human well-being, and it should do it always with the idea, with the knowledge, with the insight that we live on a finite planet. So I think the way we have to think about this transition to a well-being economy is very, very practical. What does it mean to be well? It means that we have our health. It means that we have a good level of nutrition, of course, very material demands. But beyond that, it also means that we feel secure, that we enjoy the love of our families, that we are strong in our community, that we have a sense of meaning and purpose, that we have creative goals, that our energy in the world is useful to society. And when you think about these things, then it seems very clear that the well-being economy consists of care and craft and culture and creativity, and actually these tasks bring us into well-being, and they also deliver well-being to other people. So there's a sense in which we, by delivering an economy of care and craft and culture, we create well-being for others and we bring well-being to ourselves. And to me, there are still some practical things to solve, of course, like what does the economy look like when it's an economy of care and craft and culture? But they're ultimately practical things, they're pragmatic things, and they should be now the focus of our economists and our industrialists and our investors and our politicians. And they are now the ones who can bring this vision into a kind of reality. And that's in some ways that's a very nice place to be. We can see the end, we can see the means, and we can develop the practical side of that, the clear prescriptions about what our economy should look like, what our enterprise should look like, what our investment should look like, and we can begin to build it. Government has a critical role to play. It becomes very clear when you look at the limits of our own individual change. Many people very highly motivated, very able to make changes in their own lives, and sometimes measurably happier for making those changes, but often running into the limits of society, of a car-based consumerist culture, of social signals that would tell us that we have to consume in order to be decent human beings, of a sense of culture that's lost its own creativity, and that's very difficult for individuals to change. It is as though we need to rebuild our idea of the legitimacy of government, that there's a role for government to play in facilitating choice, in enabling people, in setting a level playing field, in outlawing outrageous practices, in bringing to fore the conditions for the flourishing of a well-being economy. And that's not to say that government is directing what we think and what we want. It is a government that is progressive, that is compassionate, and that is social in allowing us as people to find the identity and the community that the well-being economy demands. And to me, it's an exciting role for government. It's a role which gives back the legitimacy of government. It gives back voice to government. It gives back a sense of purpose to government, a sense of purpose that has been stripped away by continually making compromises with a bad economic model. And I think the well-being economy gives government back its ability to change and its ability to act positively for us in the world.